What makes this watchmaker so different? What is the one thing that you would say sets Franck Muller apart from everyone else?
Well, everything. Just everything. The design, the complications, the colors, and just to be a little bit bold, if you want to be a little bit unique in today's world, wearing a Franck Muller will achieve that in an instant.
So we're here today at the new Franck Muller boutique in Sydney. The brand's back in Sydney, and we're here with the CEO himself, Nicholas Rudaz. Nicholas, welcome back to Sydney.
Jamie, thank you very much. Welcome to our beautiful new flagship here in downtown Sydney in collaboration with Kennedy. It's been a fantastic project, and we're delighted to be open here and to have you as one of our first journalists. No,
it's a pleasure to be here, and it's such a big space. I remember the old boutique was so much smaller, and in a city that is having so many boutiques opening, to have such a, dare I say, palatial boutique is quite special.
Well, I think we can forget the past and talk only about the future with this beautiful 108 square meter boutique in this wonderful location. Beautiful new decoration, just like flagship architecture in Southeast Asia.
Franck Muller has a spectacular Genevan home, the Watchland palace almost on the shores of the lake. I think it is one of those things that sets the brand aside. There's always been a playfulness with Franck Muller. And it's almost like a Disneyland for watches or a Graceland for watches. It's Watchland, right?
Absolutely.
When you think of Franck Muller, is playfulness part of it? Or?
Of course, listen, playfulness has always been part of our philosophy. We always like to look at things differently. We always like to push the boundaries of watchmaking. Today we make the world's fastest tourbillon, making one rotation every 5 seconds. So technically that's just mind-boggling to make it 12 times faster than a regular tourbillon.
And the power demands on that too, to be able to have a movement robust enough.
Yeah, you need four barrels, two pairs of barrels, so 4 barrels altogether. We also make the world's most complicated watch with the Eternitas Mega 4. Open for discussion, but our watchmakers will prove you that it's still today the world's most complicated watch. We also make the Giga Tourbillon as well. And today I'm wearing my Aussie color watch with the green and gold. And I'm wearing the Crazy Hours here with the diamond set.
The Crazy Hours is also, that's such a signature complication. And
well, you can't get more playful than the Crazy Hours.
Exactly. But I think also when I'm talking about playfulness, I don't want to undersell the level of watchmaking that Franck Muller does as well. But I think playfulness is an interesting thing to touch on because
Absolutely.
We have one of the latest releases from the brand, which is the FR2 collaboration.
Absolutely. So just last week we launched this FR2 Beach. So it's the evolution of the first FR2 we did a couple of years ago. And it's been a very successful partnership. Instead of doing a boring rabbit watch, we decided to collaborate with this FR2 brand, which uses the 2 rabbits as a logo. And today we have the beach version. So you're holding the green version. I'm holding the beach red one. You have the blue surfing rabbits. So these come in a limited edition of 300 pieces per color, so 900 altogether. And this is the first time we are presenting them here in Australia.
2025, we've seen so many colorful watches come out, but I think color's a space that Franck Muller's always played in.
Absolutely.
I mean, if we think about the Crazy Hours as well.
With the color dreams, we've always been very prolific with our colors. We were the first one to dare putting the color inside the watches for men and for ladies. And when we do the color dreams, everything is hand painted in our meticulous dial making factory.
But when you're talking color dreams, I have to think one of my favorite color dreams pieces was the collaboration with ST DuPont last year. The lighter, which for me, that was one of the highlights of the sort of Geneva watch season because, again, I think it epitomizes the brand. You've got it's an objet d'art. You have a complicated movement integrated into a very unexpected thing.
Absolutely.
It is a bit crazy, but crazy is kind of refreshing. I think watchmaking can be so sterile.
And serious. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We like to look at the fun side of it, and we like to, again, push the boundaries. And with the lighter, effectively, technically, it was very difficult to have that hand going through the
because it goes through the reservoir.
Right? Yeah, the reservoir.
I mean, but I think that's just it, is that if we're talking about the brand, it's that interplay. Like, how do you balance not taking yourself too seriously, having fun, doing crazy unexpected things, but then also having really, really robust horlogerie.
I think it's all to do with passion, and we live our passion fully at all the levels, in complications and in funness. And that's the result of our watchmaking craziness. And we have a beautiful ladies collection, we have a beautiful men's collection. We are strong in both men and ladies, and we're very proud of that.
I think one of the strongest feminine watches actually that's come out in recent memory is the Triple Mystery, which I believe is it's in the running for the GPHG this year as well.
That's correct.
But I think that's a good example where you have this very complicated watch. The whole Mystery series has been these are not straightforward watches, but then also utterly luxurious with pave diamonds and all these different colors as well.
And a beautiful open back to see all the extraordinary skeleton and decoration work on the dial. Absolutely. And the Double Mystery is a beautiful watch where there's no hands, but there's two plates, one for the hour, one for the minutes going around, and with beautiful diamond set decoration. And the novelty this year with the Triple Mystery is to add one more disc, which is for the seconds. So technically, it's much more difficult to achieve. It's also visually much more effectful. And we hope it will do well with the GPHG this year.
But if we think about the brand and we take a step back, if we look at the watches that we have here today, we've got massive color, we've got interesting materials. Are we ever going to see a return to some of the more classical Franck Muller pieces? I know there was a great collaboration done with our friends at Revolution not too long ago.
Correct. Well, the origins of Franck Muller have always been in the complications and the refinedness, and being the first to do so. And effectively, we were very popular with the classical watches in the beginning. And yes, we do have plans to come back with more classical, more complicated watches, as well as doing our daily collection.
I think we got a taste of that as well with some of the Long Island releases lately with the jumping hours pieces.
Correct.
Of course, Franck Muller is so well known for the tonneau case, but to see a rectangular case and this very interesting power-hungry complication, you're getting a hint.
Correct.
A little bit of a hint, but I think that is, again, how do you balance this history of creating very classically Genevan pieces with some of the more modern, crazy stuff that's made these days?
Well, nevertheless, we always follow the Poinçon de Genève when we do our watchmaking, and it's always following the strict classical rules of Swiss watchmaking. So when you come and visit the factory in September, hopefully this year, you will get to see that.
So Nicholas, you wanted to talk about this one right now.
Yes, Jamie. So this is the first time that we have the new bauxite in Australia. Bauxite is the origins of the raw material to make aluminium. It's a French village, Les Baux. And the beauty with aluminium is the fact that you can make any color virtually possible. This is the emblematic and very popular 7-day Paris Reserve that we've been doing with Franck Muller.
They're so eye-catching. It's like, I don't know if I can look at the one on my wrist, the one on your wrist. There is something so undeniably eye-catching about it.
Absolutely.
And the Curvex case.
Correct.
That the tonneau shape is just such a signature.
And another beautiful piece for the very first time in Australia is this flower skeleton.
Oh, wow.
And here the particularity is the fact that every petal of the flower has a Curvex cut stone.
To see the gems set into the movement itself is quite unusual and really architectural.
It's a strikingly beautiful watch, I agree. And it's been doing very well since we launched it this April.
Look, Nicholas, thank you so much for taking the time and sharing.
Well, my pleasure. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Beautiful new shop here in Sydney.
Thank you so much, and hopefully I get a chance to go to Watchland.
Absolutely. Thank you.
See you in the next one.